Yo, what is going on, guys? Looper here, and today I have a very interesting video for you guys. I've made a video previously about like the top goals that I believed were going to be so good in the new arena mode, and now, as you probably have known by the various YouTubers uploading PTR content, a PTR has been released, so the chosen few are able to play the new arena mode. And just from watching their videos, some of their own opinions, and yeah, I'm going to be discussing like my top 5 golds to pick in the new draft mode. So these are the S tier golds to use in the new draft mode. So starting off, we have a Glace. Now, why have I put a Glace in this list? It's pretty simple, really. The fact that the card rarity weightings is so skewed. For example, people are getting like 10 silvers, 8 golds and 8 bronzes. The fact that there are like so many silvers really induces there to be more special cards being played, because there are a lot of great silvers. Now, can I just say, start off, that all silver and gold cards are buffed, just regardless in this arena mode. And you want to know why? They are all buffed because of the fact that, say in a normal matchup, you only allow 4 golds, right? That means that each of those gold slots is so precious. You really have to pick the gold that is going to be optimal and the most effective in your deck. However, each gold card now in this new arena, as you're allowed more than 4, as you're allowed unlimited amount in theory, they're like less valuable. Therefore, each one you can cut a little bit of slack and put it in your deck. Like before, you used to have the best of the best, but now you can put cards that you may have never run before, which makes the arena quite interesting. So yeah, the reason why this card is even better in arena than she already is in normal constructed matchups, where she is already good, is because, yeah, there are more silvers running around, more silver specials running around, and think about this, all that silver special card has to be is 12 points for this to be a 20-point swing. How crazy is that? Like, a 20-point swing is great, and the fact that you only have to pull like a mediocre to bad spell in order for Glace to achieve that value is crazy, right? Another thing about Glace that is interesting is because she is a risk-reward card, right? In normal matchups, you run a Glace, and she could be bricked, as in your opponent may not play any special cards for you to pull with a Glace. So that risk reward is almost annihilated here. It's almost annihilated, and if arena mode was like the normal. If arena mode was like the normal mode in Gwent, I guarantee to you that she would not be an 8 strength unit. She is 8 strength, which is pretty high, because of the fact that sometimes she will be bricked, and that 8 strength is just to compensate for that fact that if she's bricked, you know, she's still 8 strength, which isn't absolutely awful, you know, it's still some points on the board. However, now she is never bricked really, because people are running so many special cards, because they don't have to worry about how many silvers they're playing. She's pretty much always getting value, so she's really easily a 25-point plus card. So if you see this card in your draft, pick her up, because she is definitely an S tier card. Okay, moving on, we have a card that I actually cannot show you on screen because it is not out yet, and it is Dandelion Poet. So this card, I believe what it does is you draw a card and then you play a card, and it's a 5-point body, so it's similar to like Sealer. A Sealer, you play a special card and then you draw a card, so it's literally the same as that. However, you don't have to play a special, you can just play any card from your hand, similar to Amir, just play any card and then you draw one. Now, why is this so good, right? Well, think about this, right? As I've already said, the card weightings are so off, so you have so many golds and so many silvers, so drawing a card is automatically better, because the chances of that card being gold or silver, sorry, are heightened. They're so heightened, so it's likely that you play a card and you draw into a gold just by playing this Dandelion Poet card. Also, it's a 5 strength card, but usually it'll be a bit debatable, because often you can't get away with playing these low tempo cards. Although, yeah, you do play another card, like your card might be like 12 points or something, and I mean 17 points is pretty good, but like compared to arena mode where everyone's playing their powerhouse cards and they're all like 20 plus points, it's not that great. So, but you can get away with it, because yes, you're drawing a card, but you can play that very round. And it's also significant to think that it's not like a Vilgeforce effect where you have to play that card straight away, which could mess you up. You know, you could draw into a Scorch and scorch your own unit. No, it's not like that. You draw it into your hand, so if it's terrible for your current match or your current scenario, you can mulligan it away. So it's just giving you another card, like to play. So say you've got a bricked hand, you play this card, and it could even unbrick your hand pretty much. That's how good it is. So there's not really much to say on it because we haven't got anything on screen. But yeah, the Dandelion Poet is the second S tier card going into this list. Alright, now we're going to go to Northern Realms and we're going to look at Dijkstra. So, what is so good about Dijkstra now? Because he's always been a great card, right? Well, yes, he's always been a great card, so therefore he couldn't be that bad in Arena. However, he's another risk reward card, right? Because he's pulling 2 cards from your deck. 2 random cards from your deck, okay? So the word random is key here because it means you could pull terrible cards. For example, you could pull Reaver Scouts when there is no when you have no cards on the board which have a copy in the deck, so they're bricked. So I guess that's like the risk part. These can easily pull those bricked cards. However, the whole idea of Arena is that synergy, like, it's nowhere near as predominant as it is in normal constructed matchups, right? You know, you can't run like three enforcers, 3 brigades, and tons of emissaries. No, like, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to run those Axemen, that Darren, and all the weathers. No, you're not going to be able to do that. So the fact is, you have to pick standalone powerhouses, cards that are so effective by themselves and will generate you value. So for that reason, Dijkstra is already better because you're less likely to be pulling bricks and you're more likely to be pulling just more more silver and gold cards again because you have more in your deck than normal. So therefore he's already better. And then as well as that, these cards are probably not bricked because when you draft, you pick cards that are good by themselves anyway. So you're more likely drawn to cards that can just put really a lot of points on the board just by themselves without requiring any synergy. So that is why Dijkstra is another S tier card. Now we are going over to the neutral and we are going to be using looking at a special card, even 2 special cards really quick. So the first one is Marvins Dream. So why is Marvins Dream so much better than it is in normal matchups? Well, this is because in normal matchups you have your own faction deck, right? You're either running Scoia'tael, Nilfgaard, Skellige, Northern Realms, monsters, right? You're either running one of those. So therefore, look at this. What this card does: spawn a default copy of a non-leader gold unit from your opponent's graveyard. Right, your opponent's graveyard. Therefore, you are pulling a gold card that your opponent has already played that fits into their deck, not necessarily yours. So in normal matchups, this could mean that you're pulling a card that has no synergy with your deck, and only fits in with their deck. Right. So the reason why this is so much better now is because of the fact that because there is no faction locked things. Like, people are running cards from all over the place. They're running cards from Skellige, Nilfgaard, Scoia'tael. So for that reason, no one's really running synergy at all. So you're pulling cards that, as I said before, right? So everything is standalone. Everything is standalone and good. So you're more likely to be pulling a card that is just going to be able to put points on the board without needing any other cards to do that for it, right? So for that reason, it's going in the S tier list because not only are more gold cards being run, so it's less likely to be bricked, because you know a lot of gold cards you do want to save for those late rounds, so they might not even be in your opponent's graveyard if they're saving it. And yeah, also the other reason why this card is so good is because the gold cards people are running have less synergy involved, and there's stuff like Coral, you know, which can just be played and can just artifact compression unit. Very simple, often going to be getting good value. So for that reason, Marvin's Dream is an S tier card. Now this goes hand in hand with Restore really, and Restore I'd say it's a little bit better, a little bit worse, sorry, because of the fact it doesn't boost by 2. However, Restore, I guess from running it myself, I know this card can be bricked. You know, you might not draw into your gold cards, or you might just probably be saving them for a strong round 3, so therefore there's nothing to resurrect. However, now you've got so many gold cards, like up to 8, 9 gold cards in your deck, you're more than likely going to be playing those in the early round. So for that reason, it's going to be less bricked, and it's already a great card. You know, using gold abilities twice, that's such a strong component, and therefore it is an S tier card. But this one's more S tier / tier 1 because I definitely put Marvin's Blue Dream over it. Now the final card I believe is, where is he? Shoop. Now this is a super interesting one for me because I want to start off just by saying one thing, right? The arena mode is is a mode in Gwent that allows you to try new things. So, you know, you can run triple roaches, you can run duplicate golds, right? It's meant to be fun, it's meant to be new, and this really does obstruct you from doing this, in a way. Think about it. So you might want to try and run triple roaches, you know, so when you play a gold card, you have 12 points coming out just for free. However, this card stops all kind of fun like that because it means that you have to have no duplicates in your entire deck. So it does take a little bit of the fun element and a little bit of the unique element of Arena away, but if you're looking to try hard, this is a must-have. If this card comes up early in your draft when you know you already have no duplicates, put this card in, right? Come on, like, there's so many reasons, right? I'll give you a few. So coin flip has proved to be so valuable in this arena mode because I do not believe there's any card advantage spies to pull to give you a card if you lose a coin flip, if you get blue coined. So for that reason, this is one of the only cards that can actually get that card advantage back using the mage ability to draw a card. So that's one reason it can get you card advantage back, so it can flip round the coin flip the other way. And another reason is because it can be a massive ring condition. You know, you can use the knight just to strengthen it to 25. You can use the hunter to just do 15 damage. For that reason, you know, he's so versatile, and he's literally the reason he's got to be in your deck. Really, like this is probably the best arena mode card in the entire game because of the card advantage thing, and also because he's got so many ways to just win you the match. And obviously he's very fun, you know, he's create and he's got lots of different abilities, and it's just fun to mess around with, you know. He's also got the charm ability, which can be super clutch. So for that reason, Shoop is the 5th and probably most significant S tier card for my list. So I believe we've gone through 5 of my S tier cards that I would really suggest that you draft if you get the opportunity to. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. It's been Lupo. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. It would mean so much, and see you guys next time.